All right, welcome to the channel, guys. I hope that you're doing well on today. And today I want to talk to you about some very important information for those of us who are in Ghana, or if you're planning on being in Ghana, or if you have been in Ghana for some time and you're planning on staying for quite a bit of time, or just whatever you're planning as far as your immigration status in Ghana. All right. It's the information I'm going to share with you is very important. Now, the date that you see on the screen, this is actually from a pre-recorded date. All right. And at that time, I recorded this because I knew I would come back and speak about this at a later time. All right. So this was back on this date that I did this search to show you that this is a live search. This is live information that I'm getting actually from the immigration website. And the reason why I wanted to show you this is to show you that their website has been out of date, well, outdated for a long time. Okay, this was back when the Ghana CD was at 5.25 to $1. Okay, and they have 2016 here, but that wasn't really the case at that time. And you can go back and take a look. It was close to it, but it wasn't that particular amount. All right. But on this page, you're going to see up until the last time I checked, which was December. So I'm sure it was that way in January. This would be the information that you would find on the website as far as the cost of permits, residency permits, visitors permits, expired residency permits, expired visitors or tourist permits, the price you would pay. For example, you would see would be 80 Ghana cedis is the fee that you would pay per month if you exceeded your time of the visa that you have. All right, so if you overstayed, this is what you would pay. Well, guys, this has changed, or 50 Ghana cedis, right, per month, depending on what you wanted as far as extensions. Okay, so this has changed, this has changed, this has changed without notice for many people. Now, some of you who have renewed in recent months or over the last year, you are aware of this, but there are many people who are in Ghana who, came many years ago. For some of you who do not know, the first time I came to Ghana was 22, almost 23 years ago. Okay. Now, and I've lived on the continent back and forth over the years, okay? And so I'm very familiar with the continent, and I'm sharing that just so you can know where I'm coming from, okay? Now, the thing that I want to share with you is that these rates are changing, and they're going to negatively impact a lot of people who have been here, and they came at a time when Ghana was not, just asking for a lot of fees and renewal fees and changing the terms, and you thought that you were here under the right of abode, which does not exist, by the way. Okay, now let me tell you, this is a lot of information that I need to share, and I won't be able to share it all in one go. Okay, but the main thing I want to share with you is that if you have been here for some time, please calculate, because the fees have changed drastically. And so if you go to leave Ghana, or if you're planning on leaving Ghana anytime soon, you're going to be hit with some extreme fees compared to what you saw. Before, it was 80 Ghana per month if you overstayed your visa, which is typically a 3-month visa. All right. And so it was 80 Ghana cedis per month. They have raised that to 300 Ghana cedis. And guess what, guys? We found out today that other fees are increasing. Let me just say this, okay? Once again, there's too much information to share in one upload. Ghana never had a plan for us as the diaspora, okay? I am getting away from just identifying myself as just plain old diaspora, because you have the Ghanaians who are born in Ghana who refer to themselves as diaspora. You have people from other nations who are spread throughout the world who consider themselves diaspora, all right? I am going specifically with I am a descendant of the transatlantic Israelite diaspora, because that's who I know we are. We are the children of Judah, Benjamin, and some of Levi, those of us who have been scattered to the four corners of the earth. So if you're not familiar with my new channel that I set up, you can look in the description box and click on that. I'm going to be speaking on topics that pertain to us so we can know why a lot of things are happening that we may not understand. And the main reason is because a lot of us don't know who we are, okay? And they don't know what this whole gathering is. They think it's just some movement that's going on, all right? Or they just want to leave the West. But there's more going on that has already been foretold, has already been prophesied, has already been written in the scriptures. And if you do not understand this, you will not understand why a lot of things are happening, why a lot of people are falling away at this time. All right. But back to the main point here. I wanted to talk to you all about these fees. Okay. So they are moving away from the idea of us having this right to abode. No, even then that fee was ridiculous. It was a ridiculous fee. Okay. And also, guys, there is no clear plan. And I say there's no clear plan for citizenship for us. They'll tell you that there is, and then they'll change it, okay? Or you can speak to one person and they'll tell you one thing, and then there's another. What I am seeing now is they're pushing all of us to residency. And I, over the years, have never wanted to have a Ghana citizenship. And I'll explain why at another time. Okay, I was content with residency, and if that, and COVID proved the value of having a residency. Okay, if you were a resident or non-resident, it shows that there was some value to having a residency. And I'm going to show why you may not want to become a citizen of Ghana, okay? Because there's a lot that you need to know, financially, insurance wise. There's so much. So if you're interested and you like this kind of information where somebody's going to bring you the truth that I have searched out, information that I share with the purpose of helping, okay? If you're a person that just loves to, fall for lies and tricks and, a fad, and you're just here for the social media thing, this is probably not the channel, and I'm probably not the person for you. I can receive other people who are like that, but most of the time, people who don't love the truth, they have a hard time receiving people like myself, and that's fine with me. Okay, that's fine with me. All right, I know how to operate interdependently, meaning I know how to operate with you or without you. It's okay. All right, but here I want to show you guys, like, look, the fees are changing. All right, and we were told today that guess what? They are going to be changed some more. So if you were looking at the old fee schedule, which has been on their website for forever, if you were looking at that because that's what they were advertising, guys, listen, you're going to get a very big and unfortunate, sad surprise when you get to the airport. You're going to get a very, 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 very bad surprise when you get there. Or when they start calling on people to see, let me see your current status in the country. All right. Because we have a new, several new ministers that have been appointed, all right? And they have made a lot of things clear that they're going to be doing things differently, all right? A lot of things are going on. There are a lot of other people who are in the country who have been attacked, who have had their passports held, who may not be of the African diaspora, and some of them have been, but there are a lot of people who are being taken advantage of, all right, including among our own people. And so there's going to be a lot that's coming out in recent weeks and recent months. And so I wanted to share with you, if you're looking at this old fee schedule, please, please, please calculate. And let me also tell you, they do not use standard accounting practices. For example, I'm going to give you an example. If you have been here 2 years and you have overstayed your visa, let's just say you overstayed your visa for 1 year, 2 years. 1 year was under the old rate of 80 Ghana per month for the overstay. Okay, so you said, you know what, I'll just pay it. All right. But when you get there to pay it, they're going to do the 80 Ghana for the period. You think that they're going to do the 80 Ghana for the period that the rate was 80 Ghana, right? And then the new fee of 300, which other fees are increasing, and this may be one of them, for the period in which you were here for for the fee increase to 300. So you're thinking 1 year is going to be for the 80, the other year is going to be for 300, and then you're just going to pay the total amount of those two figures added together. No, that would be standard accounting practices, okay? That would be standard accounting, ethical accounting practices. But no, what they are doing is they are retroactivating with the newest rate. And so from the time that you overstayed, or from the time your residency expired, or from the time whatever the situation is with you, marriage, residency permit, whatever it was, they're going to retroactivate at the highest or the newest rate, which is going to be the highest rate. And so if there are several people in your family, please be aware that's what's going to happen. And now, of course, we know that we shouldn't be overstaying, right? But a lot of people prefer not to deal with going down to the immigration office because of, sometimes having to pay more than what you should pay. All right, the hassle of things, you end up paying more anyway. All right, or because of the uncertainty of your situation, and because you were invited here. All right, and so you feel like, I've invited here, then this is my home, it's going to be okay. All right, I've been invited to come and have the right of abode, the right to live here. We are a family, right? But unfortunately, that's not how they see it. To be honest with you, there's no difference between the African diaspora, or those who have been dispersed through the transatlantic slave trade, and the Chinaman. There's no difference between us and the Indian. There's no difference between us and the Pakistani. There's no difference between us and the Lebanese. They do not treat you any different when it comes to that. Not at all. And these fee hikes, to me, say a lot, because what the particular items that they're increasing will be the long-term residency, which many of us would be interested in. And another would be the multi-entry re-entry permit. They're changing this price too. It's going to increase by a considerable amount. And also it's going to limit how many times you can come in and go out. Why? What sense does that make to even get that? So guys, there are some things that we can do, but I don't want to say anything here. All right. But you just have to make a lot of decisions, do the math, and see if this is worth it for you. All right. Even for those who are seeking residency, like I said, there's no clear cut for citizenship. Before, it was if you own land, you could be a citizen. All right. That's what you would be told. If you own land to show that you have a permanent interest and investment in Ghana. Then it changed to a number of things. Okay. Many of you have heard a number of things. You can, if you're a partner in business, your partner can come and sign for you. Two witnesses come and they bring their bank account statements. I was never okay with that. I just didn't feel good about our not business partner. Two people can come and vouch for you and then have to bring their bank statement. I was never okay with asking my friends to bring their bank statements. Think about it. Would you do that in America? Okay. Would somebody come and say, I need you to bring your bank statements so that I can be a resident of the country? How would that make you feel? All right. And then there are issues of privacy. Then there are issues of shared information between nations. All right. Now they are requiring blood tests. Okay. I mean, even in America right now, to become a citizen or a resident of America, you don't have to do a blood test anymore. That's no longer required. It's no longer required. All right. And so even if you did, you had to take it in, you could take it in your own country. You could take it in your own country. Now, some people do get physicals, and then they have physicals in America that you don't have to take, even though they offer these physicals. There are other reasons. I don't want to go into that here. But as far as HIV testing, that is no longer a requirement to travel to the U.S. Okay, you no longer have to do that. You no longer have to do that. So, or be in the U.S. So if I don't have to do that, if they don't have to do that to come to the U.S., why do I have to do that to come there? And even if I did have to do it, why can't I do it in my own country? Because they did it in their own country. Just as in COVID, we had to use trusted testing centers. Why can't we use trusted testing centers in America? And the reason why I'm saying that is because the privacy issues here are they're not handled the same way as they are in America. Even if your privacy is, what's the word I'm looking for? If somehow it's breached, okay, and they have some privacy issues or hacked systems or whatever, you have some kind of recourse in those situations. But here, there's no recourse. All right. You don't know who's handling your information.